I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? Spoiled wrist. But he was there right at the coffee hour, sir. Scout's honor! Oh god, that's Gumshoe. Ah, Detective Gumshoe! Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? Oh, as if you need to ask you the question, sir. Life is hard. Don't let him get you down, Maggie, and don't forget to eat well, okay? Take your vitamins. And you! Yes? You better square this case away. Got it, pal. Maggie's innocent. You hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. Pretty sure you can't arrest someone for that. Fuck it. No.
Hey, detective! You're on our side for once, right?
Yep.
So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right?
Really? Can you, sir? Of course, I got the situation under control. Mine's getting manipulated in her age. I got
old age?
Understand today. She's older than she was. It's something I say is a measure of facts. Make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you.
Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh?
Ha!
Oh, we all know it won't, but still. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
Fence is ready, Your Honor. Here we go with the coffee.
Bitter.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Ah!
Well, what's wrong?
Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating.
No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix.
I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he?
Yep, the pushover. I mean lawyer.
So, Mr. Gatto, your opening statement, please.
Mr. Wright, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we'll find out soon enough through this trial today.
I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. Or am I?
I wasn't questioning whether you are a Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out.
I know, he studied art.
Ooh, burn.
Phoenix got an art degree. You know?
Yeah.
And, we went over this. And,
As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial.
damn it! That's my entire case gone.
Now then, Mr. Gatto, please summon your first witness.
Summon. It's like a demon. Oh dear.
Let's start with the formality, shall we? Name and occupation?
Witness, state your name for the court.
Don't make me come down there. Sorry, sir. My name's Police Department Detective. Occupation Dick Gumshoe.
All the way around, detective.
Huh? Sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir.
Since yesterday?
Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation tied up with another case now.
I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control. For everyone's sake.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case?
Yes, the victim's name was Glenn L. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., our local company. This is the victim's autopsy
The
report.
court accepts this into evidence.
And here are the floor plans for the restaurant. Check your autopsy report first. Ooh, potassium cyanide.
Ooh, grim.
When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the By the waitress.
The waitress being the accused.
Yeah. The victim died from poison almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, or John, the owner, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo, and his nose.
It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me.
Come, detective. Take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands.
Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy Glenelg was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And it looks like Miss Bird might have had some kind of motive.
Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison.
Diabolical.
Classy lady.
No. Or not.
The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but
Yes?
please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood?
I already told you that wasn't me! Although he sounds way more effective than I am. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh, well, what is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? Your testimony just now doesn't match testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. And I...
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
Hey, this is my case.
Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, that's true. The two testimonies tie up like that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. Well, maybe the other witness just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way.
Huh. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, right? I have here in my possession a ticket. That's what I said.
Don't maybe come over there and kick your ass.
Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant.
That had sound very
Oh,
good.
God.
This is a
This
photograph
isn't black
taken
and
from
white.
near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct?
Oh, sorry, that was the judge.
Let's judge.
I think the court will agree with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly.
Or doesn't it? Okay. Objection to what? I don't know. I just wanted to...
Overruled.
No.
Still my favourite episode, one of my favourite episodes of Red Dwarf.
Do we get right down to watching Red Dwarf?
No, I still haven't. Give me
Sure.
time.
So, traces of poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'll say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite?
Yeah, don't you? Victim took his coffee black with no sugar.
It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee.
Or it was in got nothing. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of this coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to his file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I think. I'll be quiet now.
In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there.
For me.
Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling for the court, but I'm not falling for it. You have the time to waste. You have the time to present that piece of evidence.
That piece, sir?
Yes, that piece.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my. What piece was it again?
This.
That's not. Oh, now I remember. This is the victim's coffee cup.
Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim.
Oh, yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it.
Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this.
I want to know who's throwing the mugs of coffee to him.
The bailiff. For the record, only prints a cup with the victim. How much coffee he's got?
Quite a lot.
Like several machines. Upon further investigation of his cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Some kind of motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
You know what my golden rule is, detective?
More coffee.
Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another.
I don't get it.
I'm saying, we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive?
Gumshoe grow a pair. She was, they said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it! It disappeared from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a wedding ticket for $500,000.
I got everyone interested.
Mr. Armstrong knew about that ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one.
Why you whispered?
I don't know.
But they were in court. When's that stopped you before? Wait a minute. The mere fact of the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client.
I have here in my hand the very ticket in question.
So you stole it?
That's the $500,000 lottery ticket.
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? $500,000, eh?
Order! Order!
Huh. She's quite a lucky bird, our waitress.
You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately.
I'll put it in my pocket to keep it safe.
This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say?
It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor.
But still, $500,000. Just...
That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime.
I like an old man who knows the score.
There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules.
I don't mind an old man who's weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast.
Yeah, it's because the court ruled guilty once already.
I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence. This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen.
That stain looks like...
It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself.
Coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye.
Of course. The coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more.
Is there something else? I presume you mean...
Of course. I'm referring to the pocket.
The pocket?
A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket.
A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What?
Oh yeah, she's clearly guilty.
No one told me this before the course. Case.
Order! 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 The court will accept these items into evidence.
This is where she's actually guilty, isn't it?
Dun dun dun. Twist.
There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court?
Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be?
Don't play games, prosecutor. That blood-coloured stain that's smeared all over the apron.
That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain. Well, detective, could the stain really be blood?
No way, sir. It's just ketchup. Sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten someone her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. That's
You could have
important.
spoken a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe.
Pull a stunt like that again, I'll have you drink 70 cups of ketchup. Got it?
I thought everyone knew it, but I was already.
I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last verdict I ruled on this case. Motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established.
Well tried. It seems you really are a phony after all.
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there.
Okay, so that'll be important. Godot can't see red. Not for this case. Something else. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man. Poor man getting passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found a lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, tried. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin.
Sudden death round, you mean? Okay, phone a friend. It's in the game show. It acts like one sometimes.
It really does, doesn't it?
Or reality TV. Wait a sec. Did you say something dumb again? Or did I say something dumb again? Let's just paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID with him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
It seems Mr. Glenn L. visited his doctor before a visit to Tribulations.
You got the names and the records.
That's a reliable enough source for the court.
Was this doctor trustworthy? We don't know about these doctors. Ask about his health insurance. So what medicine was
I want to see what that line of questioning was.
Yeah. Actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. Fascinating.
You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate, how you tried. Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective?
Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. I'm very happy about this. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal.
Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's description in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence?
I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh?
Hardly.
The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been lethal poison itself. So they always give you poison at the chemist's.
Well, everything we put in our bodies is...
Yeah.
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Goddo, what do you have to say to that?
That's all.
What?
Ready for the court, the name of the clinic? Read for the court, the name of the clinic, if you will.
What the clinic's name got to do with anything? That word, clinic. Yeah, I agree. Otolaryngologic. I can't say that.
Otolaryngological.
I'm not sure I've seen the real word. They made it up. I'm calling it now. This is me going, how do you say that? Larynx. Is that larynx?
No. You actually paused it reading over this thing, haven't you?
Yes. I'm actually...
It's a specialty that deals with conditions of the ear, nose and throat, ENT.
Oh, okay. That's me going, that's not a real word. Okay, I'll let them off that was a real word.
What kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Goddo?
Hardly any illness, Your Honor.
Or was he?
More like a bit of a war wound, you could say.
A war wound?
The day before the incident, Mr. Elk found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum.
He ruptured his eardrum?
That was the prescription he was given.
It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested.
What?
It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear.
Oh, yes, here it is, in very, very fine print.
Oh, I can my asses.
It seems Mr. Ale correctly applied some of the medication whilst he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would have been absurd to believe that he would have died from an ear infection.
I assume this medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
No.
Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over.
It's already over. My life.
Get your act together, Nick.
Ow! What's that for? Where's Pearl come from? Only moments ago, Mr. Goddo made a following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied the medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was medication not found at the scene of the crime?
But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
Yeah, but to the packaging must have come in something. No, that doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. Think, Your Honor. Think!
Ah, yes, here it is, I remember now.
However insignificant it may seem, it's the lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant.
Don't make me come over
It
there.
hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide.
Don't know. It hardly seems likely the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable.
That's enough. Mr. Goddo is the detective, the only witness the prosecution wishes to call.
You need more.
Mr. Goddo.
I think he's broken. I got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there at the restaurant on the day of the murder.
Pigeon hater.
Very well.
Damn
The
him.
disappearing medication seems a little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me.
Yay! Good job, Nick.
The court will adjourn for
Also,
10-minute recess.
Also, $500,000, you say?
$500,000. Think of all the sherry.
Well, I'll just,
I'll just look after this.
you don't want everyone's going missing.
No, there's an off-license around the corner, you know. After which we will hear the prosecution's next witness.
Yeah, that we
I
said.
suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups.
Court is adjourned for recess. Off to the license.
$500,000, whoop to you.
$500,000.
I'll have a stone gold, a solid gold gavel, and it will be glorious. No more Mr. Judge, I'll be Mr. Millionaire Judge. Well, $500,000, but we're getting there.
I do.
Just the judge off down the road. He does realise we need that as evidence. He can't get rid of it.
We'll get another one.
Just get what we have. Don't worry, we all know what it looks like. It's fine. So yeah, court will continue after the judges spin the spree.